explosive experts from the Combined Air Station, Marine Wing Support Squadron, Explosive Ordnance Disposal Teams. As you saw the C-130, the KC-130J Super Hercules executing a maximum-effort takeoff, demonstrating its ability to conduct operations from short airfields.
KC-130J スーパーハーキュリスが最短距離で離陸する様子をご覧いただきました。
As you saw earlier today, the MV-22 Osprey did its rolling takeoff. When the aircraft is too heavy to hover, it can take off in a fashion similar to an airplane, allowing the wings to generate some of the lift. Next, the F-35B Lightning II will conduct a short takeoff, and the FA-18 Hornet will demonstrate the ability to quickly depart and climb out of the surface-to-air threat environment. Ladies and gentlemen, from your left, the F-35B Lightning II and the FA-18D Hornet.
次に F-35B が短距離で離陸を行い、続いて FA-18 ホーネットが地上の脅威から素早く離脱し、高度を取る軌道飛行を披露いたします。海上左側から F-35B ライトニング2と FA-18 ホーネットが離陸します。
The aircraft on the runway will be rolling in just about 2 minutes, and after they take off, we will actually see Marines from Marine Wing Support Squadron 171 proceeding onto the runway to prepare the M31 arresting system. This arresting system consists of an arresting trailer positioned on each side of the intended aircraft entrapment area. It's a bidirectional, expeditionary arresting gear used for emergency landings or aborted takeoffs.
F-35B の離陸までしばらくお待ちいただく間、
Should there be an incident or need for this arresting gear, this large steel cable will be stretched across the runway, and any one of the aircraft necessary, either the FA-18D or the F-35, can drop a tailhook to be stopped in a very short distance.
まもなく離陸が開始されます。
A 12-man team working 8 hours daily takes approximately 7 to 10 days to install and certify the equipment, depending on the installation type. From the left, the F-35B Lightning II. FA-18D Hornet.
続いて FA-18D ホーネットが離陸します。
The Hornet had its birth out of a design which lost a competition to the United States Air Force in the early 1970s when it was competing for the lightweight fighter for the United States Air Force against what became the F-16 Fighting Falcon. The F-18 was designed from that YF-17 airframe needed by the Navy to replace their aging F-4 Phantom IIs and their aging A-7E attack jets. The F-A-18 Hornet, with its 2 engines generating 32,000 pounds of thrust, is now on the roll.
アレスティングシステムを展開するため滑走路へ向かいます。 M31 は滑走路上に設置したケーブルで着陸した航空機を迅速に停止する装置です。
In a couple of moments, we're going to see the mighty Super Hercules, the KC-130J, as it prepares to demonstrate aerial refueling of the F-35B Lightning IIs and the F-A-18 Hornet.
Now, 第152海兵空中給油輸送中隊の KC-130J が空中給油のデモンストレーションのために待機しています。
What we will see is 2 hoses being trailed from pods under the wings of the KC-130J to an aerodynamic basket into which the Lightnings and the Hornets can insert their refueling probes to get gasoline. It's a rather indelicate term called passing gas, but this is how the Navy does it, with the probe and drogue system. You will notice those 2 baskets trailing behind the wing to facilitate the transfer of fuel and extend the time on station for the receiver aircraft. The KC-130J is also capable of refueling the MV-22B Ospreys as well as helicopters. Once the Lightning II and the Hornet have received their fuel, the formation will split and each aircraft will continue with their mission.
海上左手より第152海兵空中給油輸送中隊の KC-130J が F-35B、FA-18D への空中給油の体制を整えつつ上空へ接近してきました。翼から2つの給油用バスケットが展開されているのがご覧いただけます。 KC-130J は MV-22 やヘリコプターへの空中給油を行うことも可能です。給油を終えたライトニング2とホーネットが編隊を離脱し再び目標へ向けて飛行します。
If you will look to the left, here comes the formation. The Herc, the Lightnings, the Hornet. This will be a great photo opportunity. Hold your phones horizontally as you shoot your videos of this very unique formation. This formation work is exceptionally challenging. While they're in the refueling mode, the receiver aircraft really don't know where the sky ends and the ground begins. They only stay in direct position underneath the wing or slightly behind the wing of the Hercules aircraft, paying attention to that aircraft as their sole reference of position.
今回のデモンストレーションでは空中給油のシミュレーションということで実際の給油を行っていませんが、給油にあたっては高い技量が必要とされます。F35 と FA18 が攻撃に際し目標を偵察するため右手から接近し上空を高速で通過します。
Prior to the target attack, the F-35B and FA-18 will execute a target reconnaissance pass in order to gain critical information on enemy disposition and strength. From the right, the high-speed reconnaissance pass. Once the aircraft reach the target area, the attack will begin. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, showing the capability of offensive air support, marine aviation. 'From the left, the attack continues.
次は海上左手からさらなる攻撃が加えられます。
To the left, the Hornet dives in for its attack.
続いて左側から FA18 ホーネットによる攻撃です。
The Lightnings inbound from the right.
次は海上右側からの攻撃です。
High and to the right once more. Turned in on final.
標付近の適正力を相当した後、 F35B と FA18 は引き続き上空を警戒し、その間に第262海兵中型ニルトローター中隊の MV22 オスプレイが地上部隊を搭載して目標へ進入します。
After suppressing the enemy force, the F-35B and FA-18 flight assumes overwatch as the MB-22 Osprey with VMM-262 proceeds inbound to insert ground forces at the objective. If you look to the right and in front of you, here comes the Osprey.
海上正面中央へ MV22 オスプレイが接近しました。地上からの支援が得られない前線へフル装備の海兵隊員最大24名を輸送することが可能です。オスプレイが地上部隊を効果的に展開する様子がご覧いただけます。地上部隊の中核をなすのは海兵隊ライフル中隊です。
The MB-22 Osprey is capable of landing in austere environments and can carry a combat load of up to 24 fully equipped Marines. Here, you can see the coordination and effectiveness of transporting the ground combat element to the fight. The core of the ground combat element is the Marine Infantry Rifle Squad.
地上へ展開した歩兵部隊が黄色いスモークを焚いて着陸隊周辺を制圧中ですが、航空機による攻撃支援が必要なようです。海兵航空部隊による近接航空支援をご覧いただきましょう。
The infantry Marines are currently attempting to secure the runway and have deployed yellow smoke to shield their advance, but they need additional assistance. The best support that an infantry squad can receive is close air support.
「近接航空支援の要請を受けて F35B と FA18D が左側から接近し、緑色のスモークでマークされた複数の敵勢力を同時に攻撃。
From the left, ladies and gentlemen, answering the troops' call for close air support, the 35 and the 18 flight proceeds inbound for a SEMO run to eliminate the opposing forces using green smoke as a reference point to the Now that the enemy force has been suppressed, the ground element reforms and conducts forward movement to the next objective, securing the runway. The 2nd Battalion, 8th Marines.
隊 G10 隊による地上部隊が前進し、滑走路上に設置された次の目標地点を確保します。敵部隊を殲滅し、作戦は航空機を無事に帰還させる段階へ移ります。滑走路右方向から第152海兵空中給油輸送中隊の KC-130 が接近し、マックス・フォートランディングという短距離での着陸操作を行います。通常の着陸に比べ、ごく短い距離で滑走路上に停止する様子がご覧いただけます。
With the enemy no longer a factor, efforts focus on aircraft recovery. From the right, the MGR-152 proceeds inbound for a tactical arrival and maximum performance landing. Notice as the aircraft approaches the slow landing speed and the ability of the KC-130J to stop quickly after using only a minimal amount of runway. So effective are the six-bladed Dowdy propellers on the Super Hercules that it can actually taxi backwards. Approaching on about a 2-mile final, you can see the Hercules inbound for its tactical landing. To see here is not the landing at this time. He's going to do a standard brake, coming through at about 250 miles per hour. He will bank sharply to the right, set up for the pattern, and do his maximum performance tactical landing in just a moment. The C-130 Hercules has been serving with the United States military since the mid-1950s.
C-130 型航空機は1950年以来、アメリカ軍の各ブランチで使用されています。
And since that time, the Hercules has been in constant production, making it the longest produced military aircraft in the history of aviation.
軍用航空機の中で最も長い製造年月を誇る航空機です。
Some of you may remember that it was December 17th, 1903 that the Wright brothers made their first heavier-than-air powered flight at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina in the United States. And on that same day in 2015, December 17th, the anniversary of the Wright brothers' first flight, the 2,500th Hercules came off the production line at Lockheed Martin's Marietta, Georgia production facility.
1907年12月17日、ライトフライヤーが初の動力飛行に成功したその同じ日、
The engines on the Hercules Hercules always run at full power. Changes in speed are affected by changing the angle of the blades. After touchdown, the pilots will reverse the blades, turning them into pushers to help slow the airplane down in just about 1,500 feet. The backup. Ladies and gentlemen, the KC-130J Super Hercules of BMGR-152 Sumo 2-1.
第152海兵空中共有輸送中隊の KC-130J コールサインスモーです。
With the Sumo safe on deck, the MV-22 proceeds inbound for a sliding vertical landing past Show's center.
スモーに続いて MV-22 が海上中央へ接近し垂直に着陸します。
Now approaching overhead for their brakes, the two F-35s. In full helicopter mode. The pilot sets up for his landing. The F-18 Hornet does his brake. As you may have noticed, the MV-22 nacelles tilted slightly forward as it began its taxi back toward parking. That is done by a small knob on the left-handed power lever in the cockpit at the pilot's left hand, and it's done with his or her thumb. And if the thumb is injured, that pilot is grounded because it's got to have a workable thumb in order to make those nacelles transition from helicopter to forward flight. The best of the helicopter and the best of fixed-wing aviation combined in the MV-22 Osprey. Do their rolling vertical landing at only at about 60 miles per hour. They will taxi clear of the runway. Now I want you to get your cameras ready because of what we're going to demonstrate here in just a couple of minutes. Earlier, we discussed the arresting gear that was put out across the runway. It can bring an aircraft to a stop by dropping its tail hook in a very, very short time. That tail hook would catch the wire, similar to the way it would be done on an aircraft carrier.
F35B の着陸に続いて F18 が左手から進入し、アレスティッドランディングを行う準備に入ります。
4 miles out. He has confirmed he is straight in now 3 miles. Get your video cameras ready, because what we'll be able to see, if this works as we hope, some good looking sparks coming from the bottom of the tail hook as it drags along the runway and then catches that arresting gear wire. This is basically a carrier landing on the ground. Bat 1-1, the Hornet, check wheels down. I can see the landing light as it approaches just a couple of miles away. It'll be approaching at about 140 miles per hour and will come to a stop, hopefully right at show center.
海上左手から接近しました FA18 によるアレスティッドランディングです。
This is a very rare sight. Camera's rolling. A successful arrestment. Congratulations to the pilot of Bat 1-1.
アレスティッドランディングに成功しました。
And also the recovery personnel from the Marines from Marine Wing Support Squadron 171 who set up that M31 arresting system.
FA18 が安全に着陸しました。海兵隊員が航空機を後方へ牽引し、アレスティングケーブルからフックを外します。ケーブルを外した航空機は格納庫へ向かってタキシングを行い、第172海兵避難支援中隊の海兵隊員はアレスティングギアを元の状態にセットして次の使用に備えます。日本各地に配備された海兵隊空陸任務部隊によるデモンストレーションでした。部隊を代表しご来場いただいた皆様へお礼申し上げます。